Hey everyone, this is Sleek Ozzy here, and welcome back guys to another video. Today what I have for you are the version 3.3 patch notes that are for Fortnite Battle Royale. If you guys are hyped for this video, please do show support by leaving a like on it, and if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite content coming your way. So, yes, the version 3.3 update is here. It was done about a couple of hours ago. I've been playing about with it, going into games, looking at all the new items and stuff, and trying to get some of the new week 4 challenges done. But what I have today are the patch notes, and I'm going to be putting like snippets on screen and images and bits of information, and I'm going to be breaking down the patch notes and the changes and the fixes that they've included in this update, so you guys can be all up to date on all things Fortnite Battle Royale. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the brand new item. I'll try and lift stuff. I can put like a little video of it on screen because they've released a very short trailer of this item, and that is the remote explosive. So I actually did a video on this. I'll probably like put the link in the description or like an image on screen of the thumbnail so you know which one it is, and I basically talked about my thoughts on the remote explosives. This was before they actually came out, so you can expect an updated video on that of me getting them in game, using them, showing you guys how they operate, what they look like, and you know, the applications for it. So that is the first thing. They are a remote controlled C4 device. You hold the bomb in one hand and you have the little trigger flip switch in one hand. I think I have some footage of this already, and if so, I'll put it on screen so you can see it in action. I actually messed around with it a couple of times using it. And it's got a very short throw distance. You can't throw this very far. You can't throw it as long as you can throw a grenade or like a boogie bomb or an impulse nade. It's very short distance, so you have to kind of like aim very carefully of where you want it to go and throw it, and it will stick to any surface, walls, floor, ceiling, anywhere you want it to go. And they drop in stacks of 4, so it's like it's one less than the grenade. It's in stacks of 4 instead of 5, and they are maximum in stacks of 10, so you can carry like 20 or 30 of these in your inventory if you really wanted to do some serious damage to buildings, and they are extremely powerful. I'm sure if I put the footage on the screen, you can see how damaging these things are. They're like as powerful as a grenade. You put one down, it destroys a wall. You put loads down, scattered about everywhere. Like, I imagine people who know what they're doing will manage to place these very strategically in increments, so like spaced apart, but just enough so they can destroy like the whole bottom floor of a building or a base and bring it tumbling down. So that's the first item, is the remote explosive. They're also in rare quality, so they're a blue item. They're not that common to come across, but they are, you know, they're there. Like in a game, you'll probably come across them once or twice if you kill someone or loot a chest somewhere. So they're not that rare, but they are rare enough to the point where they're not completely everywhere. No one's abusing them or anything. I also tried out a little trick in one of my other games where I threw it, and while it was being thrown in midair, I tried to detonate it. You can't do that. I remember being able to do that on games like Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. You could detonate the C4 while it was in midair, while you know, before it hit the floor. You can't do that with this, at least to my knowledge. I was spamming, you know, right click while it was still in midair, and it wouldn't detonate. It only detonates once it's landed, once it's been placed, then you can detonate it. So that is something to keep in mind. The next thing I want to talk about is the supply llamas. I did a video on this yesterday. It got an amazing response and a load of support. So thank you very much for that. And the supply llamas are everything that I said they would be. They're randomly spawned throughout the map. I'll probably have a video coming up in the next day or two if I can find one, because I've been to a fair few games. Haven't found one yet. Can't find one. Don't know where they are. They seem to be eluding me, but there's pictures and videos on Twitter and YouTube of loads of people finding them. So I've just been unlucky. So I need to go out on my journeys and try and find one. But they do take a little bit of time to open, from what I've seen. And they do contain the things that I said they would contain. I did a few little like theory crafting ideas about it, and it gives you a load of resources, it gives you a load of ammo and like shields and, you know, impulse grenades. It gives you loads of utility stuff to help you survive and keep you going and keep your ammunition up. It gives you 500 of each resource. So wood, brick, and metal. 500! And then obviously the other loot stuff changes. You might get ammo for different types of weapons. You might get a big shield. You might get a chug jug. You might get minis. All that sort of stuff. But it's basically a little help crate. So if you come across one, be sure to pick it up, because more often than not, it's going to be a massive help to you. And then the next thing we have is the confirmation of the Highlander, the Battlehound, and the, I can't remember what it's called, the leprechaun skin, I can't remember the exact name. And then the other guy in the picture isn't for Battle Royale, he's in Save the World, so he's separate from this. But I believe the other three in the image that I've got up on screen right now are for Battle Royale. So obviously, the leprechaun looking one, I guess will be released on St. Patrick's Day, which is very, very close. Like, it's like 2 days away. It's the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day is. So that is when that will be released, most likely. The other two, I'm not too sure whether they'll be released the same time as well. But they are right around the corner. They are included in the patch notes, so they're very, very close to being released. And then moving down to more of the minor stuff, but still stuff that you should be aware of, are some of the bug fixes. So they fix things such as like lagging when jumping, and little things like that. And then I'll try and see if I can put some some text on screen so you can see what's going on. So they also have stuff like the no-scope hunting rifle. The name has been shortened down to hunting rifle just to make it easier to to pronounce and stuff. Also, the smoke grenade has been vaulted. That is no longer in the game right now. The smoke grenade is no longer in the drop table. So I'm not sure if the smoke grenade has been vaulted now in preparation for the gas grenade to come out, like the stink bomb, or the smoke grenade has been vaulted in order to be replaced with the remote explosives. That could very well be a thing, because otherwise they wouldn't have done it, I would have thought. They would have waited to vault the smoke grenade, in a further update when they do add the stink bomb. But because they've done it now and they've added in the remote explosives, that makes me believe that they vaulted the smoke grenade because of this new C4 item in the game. So that's just my feeling. We also have a new limited time mode called Blitz. I logged in today after the update and it's not out yet. So it's not out on the day of the release of the patch on the 15th. It is actually coming out on the 19th of March. That is when this mode will be enabled for you guys to play. And Blitz is basically, it says here, I'll try and see if I can put some text on screen. So it says, Blitz has much shorter storm times, resulting in faster and more intense matches. Maximum match length is about 15 minutes. So normally if you're playing a full game of Battle Royale, it's normally about 15 to 25 minutes. It's very lengthy in comparison to this, so it's very quick. Also, some of the other changes that they've made is they've increased the chances of treasure chest spawns by about 20%. They've increased the chance of ammo boxes to spawn by about 20 to like 15 to 20%. Floor loot are there, like traps and slurp juices and everything available out on the floor are going to be there nearly 100% of the time. And it also says here, supply drop spawn interval has been lessened 180 seconds to 80 seconds. So they've significantly decreased the spawn intervals of supply drops, and the descent time of supply drops in this mode has been shortened from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. So, if you see a supply drop in the air, they're going to fall a lot faster than before, and they've also greatly increased the spawn chance of launch pads. This is amazing. It's basically a really hyper version of the normal game mode. Very quick, very fast gameplay. Probably going to be very good for me to get footage on that for you guys, because I don't like running around and getting resources and waiting. And speaking of resources, in this mode as well, they've also increased the resource chance, like the resources that you get from mining trees and rocks and metal. They've doubled the resources that you get across the board, and they've also increased the loot. The resources found in supply boxes and treasure chests from 30 to 100. So everything, you're going to be getting double resources, you're going to be getting more chests, more loot boxes, more jump pads, more supply drops. There's loads of stuff that's been added into this. The storm moves in quicker, so there's going to be a lot more intense gameplay. So, with this, you can expect a lot of the pro players to be you know, in the element with this, you know, building and getting clutch kills and like quad kills and all this other stuff. So it's going to be hectic. Some of the other minor bug fixes actually affected me a little bit, and they fixed an issue where stairs would rotate by themselves, so you wouldn't actually rotate them yourself. When you place them, they'd go a different direction. I had this problem. Now it's been fixed, thank God. And they've also fixed some stuff with like audio as well. So they fixed an issue that caused gunfire and other sounds to play at a louder volume than normal. So they've dumbed that down a little bit, so it makes it more easier on the ears. So that's pretty cool. So the main thing to take away from this video is the new remote explosives. Go out and look for them. Open as many chests as you can. Kill as many people as you can. And try and get your hands on them. The supply llamas, I haven't seen a specific location for them. I have been to the location of where people said they are, and they're not there, so it seems to me that they are in completely random locations. But as I said earlier on in the video, I will be making a separate video regarding the supply llamas, talking about them more in depth and showing you the kind of the locations where I found them. You know, when I do find one, because I haven't found one yet. They seem to be avoiding me for some reason. And then obviously the other big one is the new game mode, Blitz. A very quick version of the normal Fortnite Battle Royale game mode. So that's going to be amazing. That's coming out in the next 4 days, the 19th. So we're going to have to wait a little bit for that, but it should be very, very fun. So that is it for the video, guys. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. And if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite news and content coming your way. This patch has been amazing. They fixed a bunch of stuff that I had problems with. They've added in a bunch of new items that's going to be very, very fun to play around with. So expect a ton more videos regarding this new update. So that is it from me. My name has been Sleekozzy. You guys have been amazing, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.